What's up? It's your boy Stevie83 and I'm back with another react. You know what I'm saying? In today's video, we got another reaction for you. We're coming back with Offset is going off on Wack 100. We don't know what happened. You see the pictures and what it is now. But that's just a still shot of what it is now. A second later, you could be ready to yeah, I'm saying.
In situations that haunt them for years.
See, because at first, when I first came in the game, well, you got 2 million for me? Man, run.
What?
Publish, you got 5 million? Run it.
What?
Not really reading the text, understand it.
I'd have damn near ready to catch one for that.
Tell you what you got to do, but I feel like if you build with your lawyer, like I talk to my lawyer day to day.
Facts.
And I'm asking questions, and he know like I'm gonna ask this question, and I need you to break it down into a way that I can understand. So I sign up to
exactly. Y'all boys keep check with your lawyers. If you're in contact, you're running with any big money, keep in check with your lawyers and a financial advisor because man, your money will run funny real quick, bro. I ain't telling you no lies. Your money will run funny real quick. First you'll look in the bank, it'll say 80 grand. Next you'll look in the bank and say 20.
And I need everybody to understand what Offset
and I've done it
because it applies
multiple times now.
We're about to have. Offset
still ain't learned shit.
Exactly how the industry works, and this is directly connected to why people immediately assumed he would have smoke with Wack 100 when this story first started circulating. Because Wack has been accused of running the exact same type of plays on his artists, using the same playbook that these major labels been using for decades.
Then I'ma own you, and then you got 5 albums, but then soon the album come out. Cause most people don't know when your album come out, you at an artist level like me. Man, your first month, they done made 2-3 million. Wow. But it ain't your cut, it ain't your money, and it's not counting to your recoupment. But on the what they own, that done recoup the 2-3 million, and they still got you in $3 million debt. And quarter counting it down.
Y'all hear that? Let me
You're still paying them back.
Offset just said, because this is crucial to understanding the whole finessing.
You got to say cheese jacket. That joint go hard.
$2-3 million off your music, and even after they make back what they gave you, you're still counting down debt because of all the expenses they charging to your account. That's the finesse.
Why would you want to rap?
Playing on art and the music.
That's why they don't like YouTube.
Managing high-profile artists like The Game, Blueface, and being heavily connected.
I wouldn't call them high profile. Blueface is starting to come up to high profile, but The Game's, he's high profile, yes, but when you're into talking about Lil Wayne or Future or NBA Youngboy, you know, they're milestones to giants. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Well, it's because Wack positioned himself as both the label and the manager simultaneously. As the label, he takes 50% of everything Blueface makes. As the manager, he's taking another 20% on top of that already massive cut. That's
so he's getting called 20% at most.
Obvious conflict of interest, where there's literally nobody in the room looking out for the artist's best interests, when the same person is supposed to be negotiating deals for you and profiting from the deals at the same time. Who's really protecting the artist? The answer is nobody. But here's where the
it should be his lawyer and his manager, but your manager cannot be your lawyer and your manager cannot be your manager and the person that owns the company. That's a conflict of interest, but 4 and 4 don't make fucking 5, you know what I mean? Damn, once they got you, they got you. It's just like anything. Once you run your credit onto something, that's it. They got you. You got to pay it back.
I promise you, it ain't got nothing to do with no business.
And they already, the business already, like he said, already made millions off of you.
And it involves the people closest to both of them.
Wack knows that.
Wack 100 has a relationship with Cardi B that actually predates her, even knowing who Offset was. They go back years, and Wack has always shown love and respect to Cardi. So when Offset and Cardi started having their issues that social media and
he probably treats her like a daughter, though,
found
for real.
himself caught up directly in the middle of their drama, whether he wanted to be or not.
You threatened to expose some information about Offset involving some of the drama with Cardi B. You.
Oh, I kept the exposure from happening. You know, I got phone calls from people
Come on,
outside
man.
of Offset.
So check this out. Wack is admitting right there on camera that he had information in his possession that could have seriously damaged Offset's reputation and public image, but he made the conscious choice to keep it contained and not let it get out. Why would he do that? Because of his long-standing respect for Cardi B and their relationship that goes back years. But before he decided to hold back that information, Wack
hey,
had
that's
actually put
respect
Offset
though.
on
That's
blast
respect.
publicly.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Instagram story saying, "Lil weird ass Nicole, I told you, keep me out your emotional shit." Now here's where the whole situation gets absolutely wild and complicated.
He's an OG, triple OG.
At the time, Blueface, who is Wack's own artist that he manages,
I fuck with Blueface.
had put out
I like
some very
Blueface.
damaging information about Offset, allegedly hooking up with Chrissy and Rock while he was still married to Cardi B. This was explosive because of
come
everything
on,
going
man.
Between Blueface
Well,
and
wasn't
Chrissy at the time,
wasn't
and
she
Offset
with
was
him
heated
though?
about this, immediately calling Wack, trying to get him to control his artist and stop.
Somebody gotta get them nose hairs, Wack.
Got out there.
Somebody gotta get them
blaming
nose
me
hairs,
for
Wack.
what Blueface is doing. I didn't agree with Blueface for what he did.
What did Blueface do?
Well, he posted, I don't know if it
And
was
hold
text
up.
messages.
Before we go any further, now he manages Blueface, and he is the owner of Cash Money West, part owner of Cash Money West, that Blueface is under. So he's doing Blueface the same way.
Pictures, I don't know what it was, right? Of Offset and Rock, Rashawn, around, right?
Oh, no.
I wake up to it. I guess it's on
Rashawn
Twitter
Rock, that's
somewhere.
like having
I don't be
messing
on
with
Twitter,
a
I don't
pit
know.
bull.
My phone's going crazy, right? It's Offset.
If you
He's
mess
telling
with
me,
Krishan
only
Rock,
thing I'm hearing is Blueface.
man, that's like
Blueface.
messing with a
I
damn
called Blueface.
pit bull.
Hey man, what the fuck is
Something
going
ready
on?
to eat
Offset
you
was
up.
operating under the assumption
Nasty,
that
like
Wack was behind the
slobbering and
exposure,
shit.
that he had given Blueface
Not
the
no
green
good
light to
pit
put
bull
his business
either.
out there. But Wack maintains to this day that he didn't know absolutely nothing about it until it had already happened and was spreading across
bullshit.
the internet.
You
Blueface
ain't no
was
judge
moving
trying
on
to hear
his own
that.
time,
Bullshit.
making his own decisions without consulting his manager first. Here's the thing though, Wack was ready and willing to step back completely and let Blueface go all the way with exposing every piece of information he had about Offset.
And he's
Wack was
supposed
fed
to.
up with being blamed and accused for something.
I'm gonna tell you, Wack might be whack, but he ain't gonna step back. I'm gonna tell you that. He ain't gonna step back because he loves the drama, bro. He loves the drama.
He claims he didn't orchestrate,
Especially if it's
knowledge of
factual
beforehand. But
drama.
then he got a phone call that changed everything and made him
Or,
reconsider
let me see.
his position.
Only
Cardi
if
B
it's
personally
factual
called
drama.
Wack and basically communicated, "Look, we already separated at this point. This really ain't my business no more, and I don't want to be dragged into it." But she
Facts.
asked him respectfully to contain the situation and not let it escalate further, and Wack obliged out of respect for their friendship. So the Offset Wack
He's
drama,
supposed to
it
bow
ultimately
out
got
humbly.
squashed
He's
and
supposed to.
de-escalated
He
because of
knows
Cardi
that.
herself stepping
Wack
in
ain't
and
no
asking
phony.
for
He ain't
peace.
no
But that ain't
flunky.
even the main story that got everybody talking. Let's get into what really
He kissed
had the
her hand,
streets
she
buzzing
said.
for years. The
That was
infamous
kinda
dice
hot.
game incident that allegedly started a whole war. All right, now we getting to the
As
absolute
a couple
meat
hot.
of
Not
this
as
whole
her hot,
situation.
but as a
the story
couple
that's
hot.
been
'Cause
told,
that was
retold,
for
disputed,
them.
confirmed, denied, and debated across every single hip.
Like, I gotta tell y'all this. Like, me and my wife, she was at the, she worked at the corner store. So me and my wife, she was opening the door one day, right? And I had parked the car around the block, and I came around the block walking. And she came out the door, and I jumped down on one knee and like proposed to her right there, right? Just on some romantic type stuff, you know what I mean? So the dude that one of the customers came in and was like, "Man, I seen y'all doing y'all's little thing over there. That was hot." I was like, "Man, damn, that was cool. We got caught." I was kind of embarrassed a little bit. Little funny story.
Platform, podcast, and social media
Get back
sites
to the
for years now.
real story at
The
hand.
dice game that started it all.
This dice game that
Talking
started it
about
all.
the infamous dice game between Offset and 42 Dugg that went down at QC Studios back in 2019. Wack 100 was there that night. He's been the primary narrator of this story, the main one telling it across multiple interviews and podcast appearances. And according to his detailed
So he's
account,
the one
this is
main one
exactly
telling it.
how
He can tell it
everything
however
went
he
down
wants.
That fateful evening.
What is going on with 42 Dugg and you? He clapped back. You said Offset ran his pockets in the studio.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said you tried to leave the dice game.
Gotta go what, babe? Bathroom? Okay. All right, baby. All right. I love you. Love you, baby.
Offset wasn't going for it. He went outside. He was walking away.
See, Wack's clarifying something very important.
Oh no, is this
he never
the night?
actually said Offset straight up robbed Dugg and took his money. That's not the story he's been telling. He said Offset tried to check him for leaving the dice game prematurely when it was Offset's turn to roll the dice and he was on a hot streak.
So a tap in pockets is like, I'm gonna rob you, but it's like metaphorically, I'm like figuring out if you have anything to steal.
42 Dugg had a bunch of money in both his pockets. You know, he got skinny jeans on, so both down his pockets. Offset didn't take too kind to him walking away from the dice game when it was Offset dice. He was in him 20,000.
So you can't just walk away from the dice game?
No.
That's a violation?
Let me break down
Hell
exactly
yeah.
what Wack said happened that
Bro,
night in
you
full
ain't never
detail,
played
so
dice?
everybody understands the sequence of events.
I'm on a hot
This was
streak and you got
2019,
pockets full of money and you
specifically
just
the
walk
last
off
day
because
of
it
the
ain't your
Lil Baby
role
tour that was
or you
running
roll
through
bad or
Atlanta.
I'm
Wack had
hitting.
brought Blueface
Come
out
on,
there
bro, that's
specifically to record
lame.
a song with Offset. That was the whole purpose of them being at the studio that night. He called Pierre P to open up QC Studios so they could get the session in. Now, for those who don't know dice game etiquette, that's a major violation in the streets. When somebody is on a hot streak with the dice, when they hitting their numbers and building momentum, you can't just grab your money off the floor and dip out. That's considered disrespect to the shooter and the whole game. You stay and let them finish their roll. Now here's where things escalated and got physical according to Wack's account.
Now QC Studios, that gate don't open on motion. You gotta open the building. Offset jumps up and
Escalated and got physical according to Wack's account.
now QC Studios, that gate don't open on motion. You gotta open from inside the building.
I ain't saying much
Offset
'cause I'm
jumps up
curious.
and trails behind him. I come behind him. I got a few of the schoolyards with me because we on tour. Offset walks right up and Doug's walking away from him, grabs his left pocket. His money bulging out of it. He didn't take the money out of his pocket, right? I don't know if he was attempting to take it or he was just trying to turn him around.
He was going to take that money.
Nevertheless, Dugg ends up turning around. When he turned around, Offset fired
In the face.
right in the face.
So according to Wack's
that's what he's
detailed account,
for.
Offset followed
I would
Dugg
like
outside,
that,
grabbed
huh?
at his pocket where the money
like
was
that.
visibly bulging through his skinny jeans. Dugg turned around to see what was happening, and Offset punched him dead in his
Mako.
face. Clean shot. Then Wack says he started counting to see if there would be any reaction. 1,000, 1,000, and 42 Dugg didn't react at all. No swing back, no retaliation. nothing. Now here's the part that really
I'll be
shook
there in a
everybody
minute,
and
son.
changed the whole narrative of this story. And 42 Dugg went on Instagram Live calling Wack a liar and denying everything happened the way Wack described. Wack did something unexpected. He pulled up the DMs, direct messages from Offset himself.
You know he was. You know
Offset
he was pulling
says,
him up.
Nah, Unc is right. I gotta respect what he's saying. They go back in the building. I tell him, open the motherfucking. That's from Offset. See the date. Scroll down.
Wednesday.
That's Dugg doing his rant. What the fuck did Offset say to me?
Why this N-word lying? Oh.
See, one thing about Wack, I got the content. Read. I
He got the
recited
content.
everything that happened.
Offset confirmed Wack's version of events through those DMs. When Dugg went on his rant saying it didn't happen, Offset messaged Wack asking why this a lying, meaning Offset was essentially backing up and co-signing everything Wack had been saying about that night, directly contradicting what 42 Dugg was claiming publicly.
Listen,
I don't really know
I can
Dugg
show
like
you
that.
just prior to that, Offset cussing me out.
For what?
Cause of the Blueface shit. Cussing me the fuck out. Going crazy on me.
But no love lost, because when the Dugg thing came up, he was,
No, but it's gonna lead to this. What does he say? You my what?
you my uncle, these texts is crazy.
But 42 Dugg absolutely wasn't having any of this narrative being pushed about him. He went on Instagram Live and told a completely different version of what happened that night, putting his entire reputation and his mother's life on the line.
And I was by myself with 100,000. They tried me, bro. Right or wrong, they tried me. They surrounded me, told me get. I ain't giving a rich nigga shit.
And we,
My mama can die right now.
where me, you and Squeeze catch niggas at, dog.
Got it. My mama could die if I'm lying, bro. I didn't get them niggas a dime, bro. And I was by myself, Gotti. Who you know doing that? Who you know leaving somewhere with 100,000 surrounded by 12 niggas? propose and leave out that bitch with all his money, all his jury.
42. Dugg put it on his mama.
He's right.
That's as serious as it gets in the streets.
He's
You
right.
don't invoke your mother's life unless you're telling the absolute truth. He says emphatically that he didn't give up a single dime to anybody. He walked out
I
of
know
that
a lot of people be saying, "On my mama," but don't shit about on their mama. You know what I'm saying? They be on my mama, but they be lying the whole time on their mama.
with all his money intact and all his jewelry still on his person. That's an incredibly bold statement to make on camera for the whole world to see. But then Dugg went even further than just denying the robbery. He started alluding to some serious...
What do you need, son? You can, yeah.
retaliation that allegedly happened after that night. That's a significant statement coming from academics who has known and worked with Wack for years. Even he's saying he can't fully verify everything Wack claims anymore. Now, a lot of people in the culture tried to connect all of this drama together, the business issues, the street politics, the relationship problems, everything, to explain why Migos ultimately split up as a group. People were creating conspiracy theories left and right, but Offset himself sat down and set the record completely straight. The aftermath down and set the record completely straight on what actually caused the breakup.
All right, let's hear it. Here it goes. Here's the
Keke Palmer asked him directly about the Migos split and Offset speaks his truth.
Here comes the truth. Here comes the truth. Here it comes.
Disbanding in 20.
Is not the reason that Offset and Quavo are no longer friends, nor is she the reason that Cardi B and Offset divorced. Offset sat down with Keke Palmer on This Is Keke Palmer and talked about that rumor that has been circulating. Let's take a listen.
It was something deeper than that for the split of me and bro. I don't really want to touch on, but it's something deeper than that. I think that was just like a thing that I was a buzz that I heard.
Offset even went as far as to suggest that business people were actively plotting against the group, trying to create artificial division between family members so they could maintain control.
I think people was trying to tear my situation down in that situation. And
you think there were business people that were plotting on you both?
For sure.
Yeah, and they were creating you guys, stopping you guys from being strong so that y'all couldn't go together against that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would be seeing headlines and we men, so we don't play those games. We don't even know how to do that.
This ties directly back to what we discussed at the beginning of this video. The industry is designed to keep artists divided and weak, so they can't collectively fight against unfair deals and exploitation. Offset recognized
I can't believe homeboy got took up and sent up.
One of the most emotionally heavy
I can't remember which one it was.
Offset's recent interview
was
when he opened up about Takeoff's tragic passing. This man has been carrying guilt inside him.
That answers it. I'm dumb as shit.
When people like that pass away,
dumb and ugly,
suddenly, it had to make you think. You know, what did you think? You know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, I never really said this. Like, I felt like I had that, like, some responsibility was on me, because what if I didn't go solo? What if I just thugged it out with the business not being right? You know what I mean? Maybe we wouldn't even been right there or in that place, because I just know how we move when I'm around a little bit.
Man, that's heavy. Let that sink in for a moment.
Just let you know he carries some poles when he's
around. He feels like if he hadn't made the decision to pursue his solo career, if he had just stayed and dealt with the business issues within the group, maybe Takeoff wouldn't have been in that specific situation where he lost his life. He knows how the group moved when they were all together. He was the one who would read the room and say,
but
we need
you
to
can't
get
question
up out
what
of here
happened
when things fell off.
because
He wasn't there that night to do that. And on top of that internal guilt he was already carrying, he had to deal with people on the internet speculating and saying that he and
I got a new hoodie for my
birthday.
birthday. I can't wait till y'all see it.
People who didn't know anything
about
about
the
actual relationship were creating narratives that made an already painful situation
Y'all have to let me know.
So now that we've gone through absolutely everything,
I'll show you in the next video
that Offset himself
make sure y'all lied.
Type
it in the comment, new hoodie.
Created tension with Wack, the infamous Dice Game story. The Migos
comment in the comment. If you made it this far in the video, comment in the comment section
and address the original
new
question.
Hoodie
when it came to the
for the
Dice
next
Game
video.
story, Wack showed Offset's actual DMs confirming his version of events against what 42 Dugg was claiming. Offset wasn't beefing with Wack over that story. He was actually co-signing what Wack was saying about what happened with Dugg that night. Before we wrap this up, I want to leave y'all with something Wack was saying about what happened with Dugg that night.
And that's where I'm going to end it today. They said it. Wack 100 said it. He co-signed it. That's what it is. That must be the truth, huh? That's how it works on the internet, ain't it? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.